So,
Hey,
how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Lucas. How you doing, bro?
Very good. So, could you just introduce yourself, who you are, what you're doing, and like how long you've been flying FPV?
Man, my name is Izzy from Izzy FPV. I'm from Puerto Rico. I was born here and raised, and right now I'm in the island. And I've been flying FPV for about. I got my drone, this right here. I actually got this on February the 7th of this month. I did my
Damn.
2 months of simulator flying in DRL drones, the DRL simulator in Xbox, the Xbox controller. And I tried there, and then I ordered the drone, and then while I was waiting, I just practiced, and then it got here, and then I just went out there. I'm doing craziness now, man. I'm into it. I'm loving it.
That's cool, man. So basically, what do you think, like, if, let's say, someone who would start the drones, like, before they start even, or before even they buy the drone, what do you think, like, would they, it would be better for them to go and start on simulator, or would you prefer go
I think so
straight
too.
on FPV, like?
I'm gonna tell you, I started thinking about drones because I like the shots, right? Those still shots you do like with Maverick. It's like still, and you're seeing everything. But then after like 30 seconds, you get bored. You're like, okay, do something. So then I don't remember what video I saw, but I think it was Johnny FPV or somebody. They had a still shot of like the beach, and all of a sudden it took a dive. I was like, oh, I was hooked. Just that seeing it fly down, I was just hooked. And then I was like, I started looking into it, and everybody in all the forums, everybody I read was like, simulator. And really, I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna do my time in the simulator, you know. So it did help because it's very different, but it helped in I guess a muscle memory. You
True.
know how to open, how to come, you know. So it's very different. People think in simulator it floats. You're like floating. It's very different, but in terms of muscle memory, what's up and how to turn, the basics, if you got down on the simulator, it transfers pretty good. How about you, Lucas?
So
How long you been?
I just basically want to see the way I started. I actually started to go straight on FPV.
Oh,
because,
no
like,
simulator?
there was no, at the time, like, man, the things we've been using, like, I remember it was the flight controller, which was called SS3D. And
Oh.
SS3D flight controllers, like, they've been so bad, like, they've been completely crap, like it didn't had any stabilization, or didn't had any, like, even, let's say, the new flight controllers which you running on F3, F4, F7 or H7 processors, they actually so stable that you can do quick movements, like, and it will gonna go back in the same position. So when I started, basically it took so long for flight controller to think to rotate itself that when you rotate, like, it's completely lost, like it doesn't know in which kind of area,
Rotation
like
angle it is.
which kind of dimension he is, so he's freaking out and stuff like that. So
And you learned in that?
I basically learned in that, like, from the beginning, man. It was
Damn,
tough,
bro.
like, and I remember I put my first camera on it, and I flew it, like, it was like receivers, like, they've been going, I'd say, around maybe kilometer, and I trusted my receiver. I went very high up with the camera on, and basically what happened is just the drone, the radio disconnected, and the drone free fall from about 400 feet.
And it fucked up the camera?
Camera was like in 7 pieces, man. 7 different pieces.
So how many drones you think you've destroyed since you're in your FPV career?
Actually, like, honestly, that was probably the only one. It's just that I kinda, you see, it didn't even that one, when it fell, I destroyed the camera completely. I broke 2 arms of the drone, and I smashed one of the motors. I replaced those parts, and I went back again, like, so I was gonna start doing again, but I didn't put the camera after, because I thought, like, nah, I don't want to lose.
That's a good idea.
You know. So
did you build your own drone?
I actually, I started from the beginning. I started taking a lot of interest, like, it was YouTube, like, it was one of the best places to go for. So I was learning from them how to set up, how to do this, how to do that. I burned probably 2 or 3 boards by connecting it wrong.
Damn, bro.
Well, you
So
learn
it was
from
your
your own
process.
mistakes.
Yeah, your process was really different and harder than mine. I bought a ready bind and fly, I think it's called, and you know, I bought the whole thing. This guy, you know, I think you went to a more difficult. I'm guessing also a much richer process, because if you
But
break
see,
a drone,
exactly,
you know
yeah.
what? Yeah.
Like I learned everything in the way, like the way I went for it.
Yeah.
Like I learned in the way that I needed to know about every single part, what does what, how does the program work, which program to use, and this and that, you know. So for me, it was more kind of experience classes as well. So it was very handy to have that, and it was really, really good. Like I was very happy that I actually did that way, because a lot of people, when they starting now, they starting on simulator, so they try and flying like yourself there. So you try in kind of different modes and stuff like that, but you trying in different kind of ways, like kind of like a virtual reality. Virtual reality, like, you know. So you kind of, you're not getting that much information.
The full experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
I can only imagine it flying. Yeah. The thing is, I spent about 2 months in the simulator, and I was so bad, so I can only imagine how many drones I would have destroyed. You know, if I went straight from like.
Actually, no, I think you're wrong, man. Like when you actually try and when you're trying for real, you won't be destroying much drones, because in a way you are scared, because you're scared to smash it. Like you're
more cautious.
So you take step by step, like, and you kind of take it easy, like, you know, in the first.
That makes sense.
Well,
you don't go straight into the air like we do in the simulator.
Yeah,
start doing twirls.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Like when
and also the time.
Yeah.
I'm guessing I'm one of those new pilots who don't want to put in the time it really takes to immerse yourself in it. We want to, you know, bind and fly. Let's start doing some cinematic flying, you know. And it really is a shortcut for you guys from the beginning. It's different, you know. And I guess if I would have got into this craziness FPV before, I would have done it probably just as you. But since it was there, you know, the simulators is there, so you know, I just took advantage of it. But
I believe simulators, they actually, it's very, very good tool to like for new pilots in 2021, like to learn FPV, like, because it does make it much easier, you know. And it's easier for your pocket as well, like.
But
spending that much money.
These things are not that cheap, you know.
Yeah, and but, you see, a lot of people thinking that these things, they specify them as a toys. They are not toys.
Fuck no.
They are not
you
toys.
Kill somebody with these things. Yeah. My third flight, I have a porch and I have a second floor, and I put a battery on it. For some reason, didn't connect, and the drone just went up and then fell on a balcony on the bottom side. And there was people there, you know. And I mean, it wasn't on, but it's heavy as hell, you know. And I was like, damn, you know, this is not a toy. I could really hurt somebody, you know. No. But it's wonderful. I love it, you know. And I'm just at the beginning, you know. I have so much to learn. That's why I thank you. You know, you took me under your wings, and you're teaching me a lot, which is great. Yeah. I mean, I believe I always I see interviews and stuff like that about somebody who influenced somebody else and they helped them. It's one of those communities where everybody's willing to help, which is great. You know, I put my videos up and I know they're shit, and nobody tells me they're shit. They're like, go on, keep on writing. You know, you're bad, but you'll get better. You know, and just don't give up. You know, it's very encouraging, this community, which is great. You know, for somebody like me.
You see, what I've actually find, like all FPV community, like everyone who I actually know, like in FPV community, everyone is being super friendly, like, and everyone is trying to help each other, like, encouraging you, like telling you, like, this is the way you should do, maybe this is the way you can try to do it, like, and it does help a lot, like.
It does, yeah, it does. Especially they come in a way where they say, "Hey, I did it this way." Maybe it's they don't say it like, "Do it like this," or "You're gonna fuck up." They say, "I had that problem and I did it this way. Maybe it'll help you out." And it's really nice community. And also, what you could get from video, like from a FPV drone, like cinematic wise, like the perspectives, like you could dive and do all this kind of stuff that other drones I never seen them do it. The most famous ones like the Phantom and the Mavericks, they're great, but it seems like they're doing it themselves. It seems like they're looking at a cell phone and they're just pressing button. They're not immersed. When you're sitting there and you're diving into like a waterfall or something, it's or in the ocean, the one I've done, it's so immersive. It's like you're driving a fucking plane, man.
Man, honestly, when you having the videos like flying over the ocean and stuff, like even now, like after flying 3 years, I still would be probably afraid of doing that.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I am so afraid. I am so afraid, but I push myself. It's every little video. It's a little bit crazier, I'm pushing myself, a little bit more. And I've met guys who have in those same places. They tell me, "Hey, be careful because I've lost a drone there," And I'm like, "Oh shit," So I want those shots, and I know the ratio of fucking up is really high, But if it don't fuck up, it's wonderful. But there is that you might lose about $700, into the ocean. So it's like a balance, how bad you want that shot versus the probabilities that you might have to wait another fucking 3 months if it goes into the ocean to get a new one, But up to now, thank the Lord, cross my fingers. Yeah. But every time I do one of those videos and I show people, they're like, "You fucking crazy, why are you, you're new, why are you doing this craziness if you're so new?" I'm being a little reckless, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm toning it down a little bit because there's been a lot of wind and I was kind of scared. Sometimes for some reason this part of the back of the antennas, you see, I don't know if you can see them, they come off so easily. And sometimes you do something and then
I find this actually, I find this with my one as well. But what I did, I actually have my own 3D printer. So I actually print my own parts. If you need any parts, like you can let me know, I can print them out, like it's not a big deal.
Oh, you have a 3D printer?
Yeah, so I actually changed, if you see there, sorry.
Oh, yes.
So I actually changed the whole mount.
Oh, so it doesn't come off that easy?
No, so basically
that's wonderful, bro.
It is solid, like it has GPS on the bottom, has 2 antennas on top. That's it, man. And all the parts there, so they actually same kind of, just protection for the arms and stuff like that. So I all kind of do my own prints, like I can show you if you give me 1 second.
Sure, yeah.
So this would be basically the model there.
That's fucking amazing. So it's that GPS and then it comes in. So so it doesn't twist back. That's great,
exactly,
man.
so it's all kind of tight inside. So
that's what you want.
Don't need kind of messing around, It's even sometimes like I do hard crashes, like like my last one
out, right?
My last one end up in the mud.
Oh wow. The video for that would be nice to see. Video.
So it's this video here. I remember I was flying there, and if you look in the left propeller, the propeller just shoot off.
That's crazy.
And it was so wet that
the propeller decided to go fly somewhere else. He got mad with the other prop.
Exactly, and basically that was what happened, So it's like these things happen, but after that, what I did, I just cleaned up the drone. Basically.
How do you clean the drones? Like just the Q-tip or something?
Believe it or not, but you're taking only what I did, because my ESCs, they are fully covered. So I actually heat shrink them, and I put a little bit of hot glue on connections, and so it doesn't get wet. But my motor.
So that makes it waterproof?
It's not, no. But the main thing is the motors, like the brushless motors, it's really hard to kill. So what I did, when I dropped in the mud, I took all the parts, basically separate. I cleaned all the
Apart.
parts. And then when I had so much mud in the motor, what I did, I took each motor and screw each motor, take basically the top off, and I just went under the tap mount. Just like that.
And it worked?
It will work. Basically what you need to do, if anything like this happens, you can just run under the tap, but make sure your ESC is not gonna get wet. And another thing is, after that, lubricate your motor bearings.
Okay.
You lubricate them, leave it to dry for a day. I actually took with a big hair dryer, I dried off the whole drone.
Okay.
And about
you were making your drone pretty.
Yeah, 2 hours later, man, after all this haircut, fancy one, I went back to fly
Oh damn, that's great, man. That's great. Yeah, man.
I have here in my collection, I can show you. So this is my 7-inch. That's actually this is gonna be
that GoPro mount. It holds.
This is the GoPro Hero 8, mount.
Hey.
But this was my own first print, so it wasn't been a very great quality.
Can you put an ND filter on that print?
On that one, no.
No.
But I'll show you.
Oh, that looks nice. Which is that one?
This is my 5-inch. Same. This is what are they called?
Mine.
Immersion RC. Jesus Christ. Sorry, not Immersion RC. This is Apex.
Oh,
yeah,
Apex.
So it is from Immersion RC, I think. So this is Apex frame, and basically that's another picture there. So this is my 5-inch, but this is analog. So I'm actually using on DJI goggles. If you heard about analog drones.
Yeah, I've heard that you put in the VR, you can use it. Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, so I have Immersion RC rapid fire.
Okay, yeah.
So I basically plug that in DJI goggles, and it's ready to go, you know. After that, that's my.
And your is that one also? Is your 7-inch also analog?
No, so the 7-inch, that's a full DJI. So that's actually Apex frame as well, and that's with the DJI Air unit.
And which one do you end up or usually use more, the 5-inch or the 7-inch?
Normally, to be honest, I use more 7-inch. It's just because I get more range out of it. More range, better actually battery life as well. Because the motors I have, they're pretty weak. It's actually 1300 kV motor.
Okay.
But the motor size, it's 2806.5. It's the Brother Hobby motors. They have so much thrust, man. It's unbelievable. Not thrust, this more torque. They can push.
So I was gonna ask you, Lucas. So you went into FPV to do more freestyle or more cinematic, or because you have a good camera there, the Hero 8, so Hero 8 Black. So would you consider are you planning to be more freestyle, like Mr. Steel? He's going everywhere, or you doing more like a Johnny PV, more laid, more cinematic?
I kinda like more cinematic themes, I'm into. To be honest, I do a bit of both. I do a little bit of freestyle, but freestyle on these kind of motors, they're not gonna be great because it's just not enough speed for them. They don't push that much, but you still can do kind of quick turns and stuff like that. If you increase your rates on a drone, so you can actually work with it, But my main kind of point, it would be more cinematic, a flow videos,
Okay.
And
how about that one? That's like a Bumblebee.
This is similar. So this is Alpha RC, and that will be basically Cinewhoop.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm still kind of under construction on that one because I still looking for receiver. Still don't have any receiver because receiver.
Are you gonna go analog or digital?
That one will be analog.
Okay.
I still have, you see, I when I bought my goggles, I was so disappointed with DJI, man. You're not gonna believe it.
Why?
I ordered before Christmas, and they actually had the goggles in stock.
Okay.
I ordered the goggles from the website because I thought it's gonna be much cheaper than to buy them from China. Not cheaper, like much quicker, you know.
Quicker, yeah.
It took me first month. Basically, I received a letter saying that these goggles, they out of stock and they never gonna be back in stock. So they asked me, would you like, we're gonna send you the air units, because I bought the bundle with 2 air units and and basically DJI goggles.
Okay.
So I was waiting for them to come in. Air units, I received it, I got it. I was contacting again DJI and said, what's the story with my goggles? No answer, man. I went on a live chat maybe 4 times asking them, so what's the story, like, can you just tell me, like, should I wait and maybe you're gonna send me a V2 version of them?
Yeah.
Or because V1 is being discontinued, or like, or what's the story, like, please, like, give me some sort of details, like. And the main answer I got from them, sorry, we don't have any details. As soon as we're gonna find out, we'll let you know. If you want.
For how long?
This actually continued for almost a month and a half from DJI.
Damn, bro.
So I was thinking, I just said, like, look, could you just please refund me back from the goggles, and I'm gonna source them locally, you know. So I actually found a friend who was selling the goggles, the V1. So basically just bought it from him, because it just was no point, man, and it just put me down so much. Like, I was kind of start thinking to go maybe for, did you hear the Fat Shark? So the
Fat Shark, the new ones?
Shark bite.
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe just get a shark bite instead of DJI, you know, so end up basically with a DJI. And this little thing, like, I love it, man. This little thing that
was that one called?
That's the transect beetle. Actually, the Joshuabardwell has a good review on it.
Yeah.
And everyone who tried it, like, it's really savage little drone. So what I did, I print a small kind of GoPro. You know the naked GoPros?
Yeah.
Actually, my one is broken now.
you went naked and you fucked it up?
Pretty much. But what happened on this, it doesn't take much weight, like, but when you take there is prop guards, so I actually take the prop guards off, so that kind of gives me a little bit space for the camera. So I printed a TPU mount for the naked GoPro, so you can run actually the same distance, same time as a 7-inch on a fully GoPro, like, savage, man.
Nice.
And it's like basically it fits in the palm, like.
That's crazy.
So it is great, like, if you do travel, like, or if you go, let's say, same as you, like, at the beach. The main thing on the small drone, you see, it's I don't know how to explain it right, but when you have the big one, so let's say you're gonna have a big box, and if the wind gonna blow, that box is gonna go, like, far away, you know. But when you have, like, a little box like this, and it's windy, like, just can't keep it like that, like, in a hand, and it's gonna stay there, you know. So with the small one,
you don't hold it more.
Yeah, so the small one is the same. When you're flying in a high wind, it actually doesn't affect him much. It's just because like the propellers, like, they're too small and it's not fighting that much against the wind, like. So it is great little machine, like.
How about can you make that digital?
This is actually digital. That's with a
full, I see it. Yeah, I see it. Holy shit, yeah. Oh wow. Who sells those?
I know that I can't remember. Like, I know that it's a transect. I'm gonna put the link below there later. So this is a transect beetle. That was a video of it with the naked GoPro, but actually I was flying the line of sight. So this is the way.
Without the goggles?
That's without a goggles, because this is the time when I was waiting for the goggles to arrive. So if you see here, I'm gonna do basically I'm gonna go through the light path. We're gonna see there in a minute. But it was line of sight on a horizon mode. Well, you see this light post?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go through it.
Land of sight. That's pretty awesome, bro.
Yeah. We'll see now in a moment, man. It was like, it is such a cool little drone, like, because you can do so much with it, you know, and it doesn't take much space in your bag, like, but
And it has power, right?
it has enough power, to be honest, like. And here we go. Whoop.
Oh. Oh. You made it. That's awesome, bro.
And that was.
Have you flown it with the goggles?
What's that?
Have you flown it with the goggles? Or not yet?
Yeah, goggles. So I received it. Basically, I got it these here. So I bought it the iFlight patch antenna with two Omnis, and I upgraded. As you see here.
Damn, I need to buy one of those things too.
This actually, that strap, I was kind of thinking, DJI is good, it's alright, like it's fine, like, you know, what you do with the flights and stuff. Well, actually, that is so much more comfortable. And what I did, because my face is very thin, so the goggles, like, they don't sit very well. I just put a little bit of, what is it called? A little bit of Velcro in the middle, and basically I put small pads inside.
So you push it in, okay.
So they push it in, and when you put them on, like, there is no light coming in, nothing. Solid
good,
flow.
bro.
So it is alright.
Talk to me about the patch antennas. Does that make it what is it better than the stock antennas?
With the patch antennas,
is that video from the little beetle?
No, this is from my 7-inch. So basically, like, as you see here in the video, on these kind of spots here, I was just like in the beginning there on the park. So in these kind of spots in the video, I will start getting, you know, like a pixels a little bit.
Okay, pixelated.
So it kind of starts like in between the trees when you go in, like, so it gets kind of pixelized slightly. But when I have the iFlight patch and 2 Omnis with it, it's solid, man. It's like on a 50 megabit speed, like the colors, like everything.
So you say it's much better?
It's much better. This was actually a very silly crash. I don't know how I managed. What happened there, as you see here now.
The split S.
So I actually landed way too low to the ground, and
you smashed it.
And you know, when you lift the drone, like when you start kind of going forward, I was too close and propellers hit the ground, and it went went haywire, like.
Oh, that's a nice, that's the one. This is what the frame is called, a deck cat. Have you heard about them?
Yeah.
It's the deck cat saying, so the propellers, even if it goes down, it's like kind of back. So it's kind of like that will probably never happen.
But you need to be careful, man. You need to be careful with that, because the camera, like, it's a danger for the camera.
It's right there in front, like, hey, I'm gonna crash.
Yeah. So what I wanted to do, like, I wanted to talk a few things about your video here, like. So I wanted to give you a few tips, like, when you're flying it, like when you do these kind of flights. When you playing with your, basically when you're flying and you're using your radio, try always to reduce kind of movements of your sticks. So I know that, like, this video, I know that it was windy and all, but when you actually pushing, I seen it, like when you just lift off. I'm just gonna try to put there.
I hit it too hard.
When you lift off, a lot of people who start flying, you can actually turn different mode. So when you're lifting off, just turn the horizontal mode on, because the horizontal mode. Yeah, because the horizontal mode, what it's gonna do, it's gonna keep you stabilized. So it will help you kind of lift off nicely, same as you would fly with a Mavic, let's say.
Oh, I got you.
It will lift off nicely, and as soon as you
switch it to acro
out, so then you just click acro, and you're ready to go, like.
That's a good advice, actually. Yeah.
And like the way I was learning, because I'm now, like, I'm messing around. So like when I'm flying these like kind of things, as soon as I'm kind of here, I'm just hit this arm, put in the hands, you know, like and like
Oh, that's pretty cool.
same kind of stuff,
Yeah.
like, you know. But when you're flying, try to use your stick movements, like very, very, very small stick movements, because then it's
Okay.
gonna let you to control it. Like you're gonna, I don't know how to say it, but you will feel it, how much you can go forward, like, or back, like. I don't know how actually you use the radio. Do you use the thumbs?
No,
or do you
I
use
pinch.
pinch?
Yeah.
I learned it. You see, I learned a bad habit. Like I started
With the
using
thumbs.
So now
Yeah.
I still use the thumbs, but these fingers work just as a support.
Oh, I got you.
So as soon
Yeah.
as, like, if I do some really hard turns, like, so I'm
Uh-huh.
just using them kind of to keep stable, same speed or same height or whatever. But all your movements, try to minimize them, because when you fly in cinematic, you want basically go forward and don't do a very quick turn. Just go slow, like, you know, kind
Okay.
of slow with it, like. And it's actually will help and it will improve a lot of on your videos.
I will. Yeah, I will.
Like
Yeah.
same
I
as
believe that shot when I was going back, that I moved between the rods, it was so scary. I was so scared. I couldn't believe it, but I was so scared. Not that one, because I went really fast going to that side because the wind was blowing with me. When I turned it around, you know, that's when the wind was going against me, and then I was trying to move. Yeah. But I'm gonna do that. If I live, I get out. As a matter of fact, I should do only acro when I'm gonna do some acro shit. You know, not horizontal for like filming cinematic. That's a good advice.
yeah, but try
definitely.
try kind of just minimize your stick movements. Like I know,
Alright.
like sometimes you're flying like a big speed, like, and it's really kind of, it's adrenaline kicks in, like, and then your muscle memory, like you lose that like completely.
Yeah.
Just go like, oh yeah, just gonna do this, do that, you know.
And get up and down. Yeah.
Exactly, like, yeah. So
Yeah, but
how do you find
I'm gonna
like
start
all
filming
FPV
stuff.
experience?
Excuse me. Say again.
How do you find all FPV experience? Like, what do you think about it?
I love it, and I just want to learn. I take advice for everybody. Anybody, you know, I take advice because I think this is a sport or like a hobby. Sorry, that you actually experience it means a lot. Like, you know, you this hobby, flight time, it's really important and it's valued. You know, so if somebody's, you know, who's been flying for, gives me tips, I'm all about it. I know I immerse myself in this craziness, and I'm doing. You know, I guess I'm throwing away money because I'm flying like maniac, you know. But I think that any advice you could give me, honestly, I take it with open arms, because, you know, I just want to be better, and just any little advice that makes me a little bit better, I'm all about it. I want to be always a little bit better than yesterday, you know. And if I do like a little bit today, a little better than yesterday, then, you know, we're going upwards. We'd be okay, you know, we're better.
This is the thing about FPV, because every flight you're trying to improve yourself.
Yeah. I know what I want to become. Honestly, I want to get paid to do drone, you know, like cinematic stuff, you know, and so I know it's a long way up before actually, in a couple of years, whatever, you know. But I want to start things the right way. That's why everybody was like, start pinching is better. So I started pinching. You know, I'm a player too, you know. I Call of Duty, whatever, and it's you know.
Man, we have to have a match, man.
Yeah, we do. So whatever you want, Black Ops, I do everything. But then I tried, when I started using the Xbox controller, I went straight to pinching, and it went against everything I know, because, you know, you don't pinch ever in anything, you know. But I purposely was like, no, I'm learning the right way. So, you know, it's pinching for control, and it's helped a lot. I really want to learn to become like, you know, so I take advice and I read, and you know, whatever you tell me or anybody tells me, I'm like, okay, I'll try it, you know. And I'm like, oh, this works, this doesn't work, you know. So
honestly,
excuse me.
Sorry for interrupting there. Honestly, the best way of learning, it's actually learning from your own mistakes. Because every time when I'm looking even through my own kind of videos and stuff, I'm always kind of analyzing and seeing like where I have to improve and what should I do to kind of to make it better, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's fun because I could tell, like the video I put up next to the rocks in the thing. It's super. That place is really not famous, but it's a lot of people go there in Puerto Rico. But everybody sees it up to where the ledge, the rock ends. So being able to give them another perspective of the bottom side of that, you know,
That's the video
it allows me
about, isn't it?
No, yeah, but that one too, you know, people go up to the ledge, but the other perspective is really hard for people to see it, you know, and being able to bring that to them, I think it's great. And also, it's like flying a fucking plane, man. You know, you put your thing on, it's like, you know, you can't. Either you're a millionaire and you got your own plane, or you fucking in FPV, you know. And I'll take FPV, you know. It really is a really unique experience. Yeah, and anybody who's like doesn't know whether to buy, maybe I don't know, Phantom DJI, was it not DJI? Sorry, like a Maverick something, or this. If they're like comparing, I really recommend, because you could do pans and you could do whatever you do in Mavericks and Phantoms. You could actually do that, you know, with FPV. But there's some things like dives and curves that you really can't do that with another drone, you know. I really recommend anybody who's into drones and doesn't know what to do, like it's the, you know, they don't know what to decide in. Try FPV, because it's an experience you won't regret, and it pulls you in, man. You know, look at me, I'm talking to you. You're like in another fucking country, you know, and we have things in common, and it's a great community. It's a great hobby, and it gives you an experience like there's no other thing right now, I think, on you know, that you could actually do this kind of stuff, you know. It's wonderful, in my opinion.
That's what's actually connects, you know, because like everyone who loves FPV, like I actually have here in Ireland, even we have a small community of people, and we always like, sometimes like we cannot meet all together because of the COVID, you know yourself.
Yeah.
So we go in like from time to time, like we meet each other and we go in for the flights and stuff, and so nice, like, cause everyone is being so friendly. Like even today, like I had probably you've seen it on the YouTube there, interview
with your boy, yeah, your friend,
yeah. So he's flying at the moment the Parrot beetle, and
that's right. Yeah.
Is
he
like,
gonna jump into FPV?
Yeah, so he kind of on the edge, like, you know, and because he's like, this is boring. Like I want to try something else. Like
lend them your goggles, bro. You know.
Exactly.
No, he's gonna probably crash it because it's really different, you know.
Very different. And what radio is he using? The original DJI radio, isn't it?
Yeah, because I bought here's my radio. I bought the whole thing. It came with this, the radio, and the goggles, and then it came with the drone, you know. So I bought like a all-inclusive package. They brought everything. I bought it from Get FPV. So they actually they binded everything together and they sent it to me. You know, I had to wait about 2 months, but I don't regret it. You know, I bought it like November and I got it in February. I don't regret it because it's for me it was easier. It's to connect stuff, you know. I do want to learn, but it was just right now it was just easier to just connect and fly, you know.
Man, as a to be honest, like as you fly just only for 2 months, man, you're crazy. Like the things you do, like I never even probably would be thinking about it of doing it, you know, because like you have to have, like, I mean, you have to have a balls, man, to do it, like, you know.
Yeah, man. And I sweat and I'm so concentrated, and I know the consequences of fucking up, you know. It's like, first of all, I won't be able to fly.
Yeah, do you have people in there just saying, like, when you're flying it, like when you're concentrating and someone comes, excuse me,
Yeah.
How long does it fly?
Yeah, I had that yesterday. The video I sent you yesterday, it was a guy on a scooter. I think I recorded it. He was like, oh, I have one. I think it's called the Maverick. I was like, listen, you don't understand, bro. I gotta concentrate. I'm gonna crash this shit, you know. And I didn't want to be rude, but also I don't want to spend, like waste my money because I crashed it because she's talking to me about it, So I usually, it sounds really bad, but I ignore them and then they leave, because if I engage in conversation where I have these shits on, I'm not that good at, I can't talk and concentrate. I'm not that level yet, maybe other people do. I'm 100% concentrated on everything,
For me, like, I kind of went through that barrier, For me, like, I can't speak with someone, but someone just saying like, oh yeah, can you show me there on the goggles? And you like maybe half kilometer away, like, it's like,
it's like no.
Just give me like 1 minute. I'm gonna come back in, and then like we can do it, like, And the most time it happens actually. As soon as like you put some sort of vlog or something, I'm getting ready, I put my camera there, I put this there, and start flying it, like, and start like doing some tricks, like, and stuff. And someone coming, just on that thing, like, and it's like, excuse me, how fast does it go?
Yeah, I got asked that twice yesterday. I said, bro, I don't know, man. I'm new to this stuff. It goes far. I don't know.
I'm using.
As a matter of fact, is that your scooter? In the video?
Yeah.
I use the guy.
I use locally, man. It's good, like.
Yeah. It's electric.
It is electric, yeah. So I do about, like, if on a full charge, I can do, I'd say around 20-25 kilometers.
Oh, that's badass, bro.
It's not bad, like, it's alright, man. Like, when it's weather like this, as you see here, man,
it's fun,
deadly.
Yeah. Fucking riding a scooter, yeah. I rented when you could. Go ahead, sorry.
So this is.
That's your controller.
This is my beast, man.
I think it's as big as mine, bro. It's bigger than mine.
That's bigger, man. This is the oldie QX7 from FrSky with a full crossfire on it.
The crossfire, yeah. I was gonna get one of those crossfire before I got into, I bought this one. And that's the same controller you had since day one, the same radio?
Yeah. The only thing what I upgraded few things. So I upgraded, basically I got the full crossfire on it. And another thing which I upgraded, it was the gimbals. So instead of, because they're using the regular gimbals, I don't know what they called, like mechanical or whatever they are. I actually bought it whole gimbals.
Okay.
So
they're better?
They feel so much better, they're so much smoother, and like when you actually flying it, like the response is much quicker as well. Like it's really nice, to be honest.
That's great, man. That's great. Well, it was nice to meet you, Lucas, for real, bro. And thank you for giving me the opportunity, to talk with you for a while. Do you have how long? I have no idea how long we've been talking, man. But yeah, I hope we do this again, man. And just talk some more. I'm gonna be sending you more of my videos. So you can do the editing and the colorista we call them here in
man, I help
Puerto Rico
as much as I can do, like a color correction and all that kind of stuff, like like in here in Ireland, the only thing is, like, the downside is that it's not many places like you can fly it, like, because like, let's say if we looking into the Dublin site, which is the capital, so the Dublin, it's all surrounded airports and stuff like that, so it's a lot of kind of restrictions. I always wanted to do same as you, wanted to do kind of beach flights, do kind of more cinematic, like, kind of ways, like do even the skyscrapers, and maybe do some dives, like, even.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
Abilities here, like, man, this is like the main thing in Ireland, like what you have, like the houses, there is estates, and all houses is the same, like there is no huge skyscrapers or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's very different, like. But I'm kind of looking in the future, maybe gonna go do some traveling around the world, like do maybe some videos around.
Yeah, bro, come to Puerto Rico, there's a bunch of shit. I mean, there's no big buildings, but we got forests, we got rainforests, we got beaches, we got caves, we got everything, man.
I was so surprised, the video you sent me, man, when you've been flying over estates. I thought, like, how did the heck you not getting into trouble, like, of doing this, like,
Yeah. You saw the big one, yeah. There's no it's we're very lenient here. Puerto Rico's it's like an island of pirates, man. Everything's just, it's just, I don't know. It's real lenient, you know.
And how actually
they don't give us, you know, they don't give us that much. I mean, there's our like.
How is the rules in there? Like how do they work in there? Like, the rules of FPVs and all that.
The rules of drones, you have to register with the FAA, which is Federal Aviation Agency, but they only have rules like don't go into airports, don't go over government buildings, and that's about it. You know, they really don't have rules around like urban areas. Or yeah, they're very, and also the community here of FPV is so small that it hasn't become a problem yet. I'm guessing with more people, accidents or something, and they'll start to come in and start regulations and stuff like that. But as of right now, I could go. You saw the videos. I mean, don't crash into power lines. That's basically it, you know. And
I did that.
You did? And did the drone survive?
What happened? Basically, I don't have an antenna now at the moment, but I used to have on the analog, and on analog, like I was using TBS VTXs, so they go far away. Like, but what happened? I put a long 15-centimeter antenna on the back of a drone, and I was pushing tricks and flips and rolls, like, and what I did the flip, turned back in. And I didn't even see it because on analog, like, to see the lines, like, so hard, man.
Yeah.
And I went straight in. And what happened? Like, the bottom of the drone went through, but the antenna was sticking out. And it went, oh.
Oh, and it crashed, I guess, right?
360, like. So it crashed on the grass, like, but man, came in, just been looking, like, antenna was kind of cut through, but I don't know for why, and I don't know how. When I hit the cable, the video was gone straight away.
Oh yeah, it burned it?
It didn't burn it, but video was gone straight away. It actually dropped it on the grass. Came in, unplugged the battery, plugged the battery back in, everything works.
Oh, holy shit, that was luck, bro.
That was it, man.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of luck. Yeah, that's basically the only things you really can't do here. There's places every time I drive, I see things and I'm like, damn, I want to fly from here. I want to record that. There's so many things that I see myself flying through and around, up and down and diving. You know, it's crazy. My wife is like, what are you thinking about? I'm like, you see that mountain? That'd be cool if I dive in and do a curve. She's like, what the fuck? You know, she said, you got kids for crying out loud, bro. You know.
And what your kids think about it?
They love it. I'm gonna buy. I have a 9-year-old daughter. I'm gonna buy her one of those. I think they're called the ones you start off with, like the beginner ones.
You know what?
They cost like $200.
What I would recommend.
Yeah.
Get your kids the Beta 95X, I think it's called. If I'm not mistaken.
Those like yeah, I've heard those. It's analog. There's like white.
You can do analog, and I think they have digital with the Cadix Vista. But what you can do, you can fly them in a house. Like they are super small. Like,
so you can learn.
They are about this size, maybe even smaller, and they have a prop guard, so you can put your fingers in and stuff like that. So they can just practice. Around the house.
I'm gonna buy her something like that. Yeah, because they always I record and I put the goggles and they're like, oh, it's wonderful. But I'm not gonna let them use it. But I'm gonna buy them their own set. They're really interested and they always come and they know how to turn it on and turn it off and unplug batteries. I want to immerse them, but I also don't want to push them, like, because usually when parents push their kids, they don't want to do it, you know. So I don't tell them anything. I don't plug a drone. They come with me and they do like the basic. They turn on the controller and they do basic stuff, but they're really engaged. So I wanted, before I invest in buying that for them, I wanted to make sure that they like it. You know, I don't want to buy it for them that have them fly for 2 days and then not like it anymore. But they're really into it, you know.
I completely understand.
So up to now, they want it, and then I have a son also. and I had bought him just a regular drone that you fly with the controller, you know. And he doesn't like it anymore because he knows the possibilities with this drone. So he's like, "Buy me one of your drones." I was like, all right, you want it. And so yeah, I want to get them involved. I think if I start them off at this young age, by the time they become, you know, they'll be better, you know. Yeah, but also, this is like my hobby in the sense of I don't want to push this shit on them, you know. If they like it, great. And they're like, I hate drones, also great, you know. I'm not gonna. It's what they want, really. But they are
everyone has
really
his own
interested.
opinion, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this has been great, man. Again, thank you once again.
here.
And yeah, we'll get together again and we'll do, you know, we'll do this again, man. I really enjoyed the conversation, bro.
Honestly, I heard one thing that just before we go, I heard one thing like I can't remember now. I think it's the Rotor Riot. I think they've been doing the video that you can actually fly the drone remotely. Basically, they've been sitting in one city somewhere, and they've been flying in completely different city, like the other drone inside in a building.
FPV?
FPV, man. You're not gonna believe it.
How, man?
I don't know. There is
like
some
internet?
sort of system. I know that there is video somewhere on YouTube. If you're gonna research it, you're gonna definitely find it. Like, but what they did, they've been sitting in one country, and they've been flying the drone in completely other country. Like, I hope, man, this is gonna be
madness.
in the future. Imagine this training
That's crazy.
someone. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I set up the drone for you, and then you fly the beaches, and I just pick it up and take it. I'm like, "You ready, Lucas?" And you're like, "Fuck you." That's incredible, bro.
It is incredible.
Man, the future looks good, bro.
Same here. Right,
The future looks really good.
Nice talking to you. Double thumbs up.
Same, bro. You have a great night, man.
Same to you,
Take
bro.
care.
See you later.
All right.